I think our alumni are very curious about this. And this is a question from Jackie. What mechanisms are really useful in reaching and improving subscriber accounts that lapse due to expired or canceled payment options?
Right. So we just talked about that. So our philosophy is the number one thing that will drive that is the adoption of your service, right? And so the great companies are maniacal about analyzing service utilization and service adoption and getting a sense of how critical they are to the customer. So, Salesforce as a B2B example, we'll see how embedded is our product into your day-to-day use, right? So if it's a Salesforce automation product, are you driving your weekly forecast and pipeline calls based on the information in Salesforce.com, right? I've worked at Salesforce.com, and this is a big maniacal focus of ours, right? If you're a B2C example, staying with the video streaming, are you watching any movies? Are you addicted to Game of Thrones? Because guess what? We know you're addicted to Game of Thrones, and we know the next episode is coming out next week, and your credit card expired, well, we feel pretty confident that if we prevent you from watching that show, you're going to go ahead and update your credit card, right? So the adoption of the service becomes really important. Now, that being said, there's still friction, right? And so a lot of the different payment methods of the world, right, have ways of giving you updates when the credit card numbers change. And so Visa, MasterCard, it's a different system in the US versus the UK or the Europe, American Express, right? Those companies all have services that will update the credit card in certain situations when the customer's credit card numbers actually change. There's also other things like direct debit, ACH in the US, where those numbers don't change as much, right? And so switching customers over to an ACH or direct debit actually decreases your per transaction cost and decreases the chances that those numbers will change. And so there's a lot of tried and true techniques that you can do to actually harvest or keep up to date with that piece of information. But the number one thing is always going to be the quality of the service and how indispensable are you to that person or business.